Connection is checking. Hello, hello, hello. We are finally back in the building. We had to take a week off. I know last week we told you guys that Dex he had an engagement uh to go to. It was like a wrestling thing, and we had intended on coming on last week. But last week there was a lot of stuff going on in the world, in the universe, in life. A lot of discussions had to be made, and it was just too much. So we and Dex, we made the executive decision to, we'll see you guys next week. But thank you guys so much for coming on. Hi, mommy. Hi, baby brother. And IG is acting stupid. Can y'all let me know if you're hearing me good? I'll apologize because I posted a video not too long, about a couple of hours ago, about an hour ago or so. And when I was in the midst of posting, it was perfect. Then I posted and you couldn't hear nothing. So apologies. So bear with us praying. I'm going to pray that the same thing doesn't happen when we post this live. So we'll see. Dexter is here. So just bring it with you. Now here I thought I was, oh, here's my pen. I thought I was super prepared. Which I'm getting better on preparation. And my pen, I did have it. It's here. Hi. Damn, are you having issues now too? Damn it. Dex, you good? You good, Dex?
Mm-hmm.
I somewhat hear you. I see you loading. Now I see you.
Yeah, something just happened. I don't know what it was. I think we're good now, though.
Okay, I'm just praying that after we're done with this, the shit loads properly and you can hear it. Because I did a video not too long ago, and I'm like, huh?
You got on black fingernail polish?
Yeah.
I ain't never you wear black fingernail polish before.
Yes, you have. You're being ridiculous.
Okay.
I had my Halloween nails a few years ago. You were there for that. They were black.
Yeah, but they were black.
I do black in the winter often.
They were black, but they had designs on them. This is different.
This is black and shiny. I've had black before.
Yes, I don't know you anymore. I don't work with you anymore, so I don't feel like I even know you. But now has it been a year? I feel like it's been a year. It's been like 6 months.
That's okay, Dexter. The only woman you need to know is your wife.
This is our first time doing this since the new year. No,
it's not. We had one show. Did we? Yeah, no, we had one show in the beginning of the first week back into the new year, but then we took a little unscheduled hiatus. We had a show 2 weeks ago. Then we knew we wouldn't be here on a Monday because of wrestling.
Okay.
And then we were trying to reschedule, but I told everybody on here, I said our lives kind of blew up.
My life,
not in a bad way.
My life is currently blowing up in like the worst way. I mean, not.
Yeah. I was like, y'all, it was just so much going on that we just had to be like, yeah, we're going to table this until next week. Let's get ourselves together. Let's get our lives in order as good as we can. Well, I want to
everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Look. E.C. McLean said, "What were you smoking?" Nothing. I don't do any drugs at all, and like I've given up drinking alcohol.
Ooh.
Yeah.
God bless you. So what what are you going to
I know
substitute it with?
Now it's weird because I've given it up, and I've slightly started to substitute it with ice cream, and I'm not trying to do it.
Go back to the alcohol and the drugs, Dex.
Like this week, I've had more ice cream than like I usually like. I wouldn't go to the store and buy ice cream, and I've been going to the store, and I'm lactose, so it's stupid to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, they have the lactate ice cream. Do you do that?
No, it's nasty.
Now you sound like your cousins. You don't drink. It's nasty.
It's nasty.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to pin this comment.
So, guys, one of the things that's happening right now is, COVID testing. A lot of people are complaining that they weren't able to get COVID tests. So the United States Postal Service, or Joe Biden, whoever you want to give credit for it, they are providing free COVID tests. So if you go to USPS.com/COVID test, you can sign up to get COVID tests. It's 4 per household, and they should ship maybe in like the next two weeks or so. Like they said, we should get in January. So There we go. What is my no candy. I don't have any candy. I just have lots of cookies and cream, ice cream.
Next, I want you to put the cookies and ice cream down. Occasionally, yes, because you got to still enjoy, your taste buds got to enjoy life. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you might want to pick the drugs back up.
Well, alcohol. I don't do drugs.
Yeah, that ruined your liver.
Yeah.
And
people were like, well, why did you do it? Like, there's no real reason. I just stopped. I don't want to drink alcohol.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I'm happy for you. Well, what about happy hours? Don't be that.
I mean, I go to happy hours. I'll just get like water or something. But,
no, you can't come then. Because you're not going to ruin our vibe.
I'm fun without drinking.
I don't care what you are. I care what I am and the vibe that's happening at the happy hours.
I mean, yeah, but with these, like, there's been a lot of debate. Like, some people were complaining because they said, like, why would you only send me 4? And we're clapping back at them, and it's just like, well, you can go pay for them and on the street or whatever. So, like, what do you think about that?
I'm sorry. What was the first part of you saying?
People were like, they're only sending us 4 tests. Like, what if I have a family of 6? What?
Now, Joe done told y'all the insurance companies is going to cover. Joe done gave y'all options. I need y'all to take initiative. Joe said, I can't do everything for everybody now. Y'all going to have to figure it out. Now, I told you I was at the pharmacy. Well, I didn't tell you that. I went to the pharmacy last week. I said, people really sick out here looking for COVID tests because it looked like the damn club let out. I'm like, what is going on here?
A lot of it, though, is not necessarily about being sick. It's like traveling and stuff, too. Like, everybody, and going to restaurants and going to bars, bowling alleys, casinos. Like, everyone wants a negative COVID test or a vaccination card. And some people aren't vaccinated, so they're, like, opting for the test. And now restaurants are requiring a vaccination card before you can.
Yeah.
Restaurants, casinos, stuff like that.
Yeah, as they should. I mean, at this point, I'm sorry. I totally understand it. Like, year 1 into the pandemic, even the beginning of when the vaccine was first dropped, because I was like, I don't trust that shit. I mean, I was all of it. Like, well, what if they're giving the, all the conspiracy theories? Like, well, what if they're giving, because they kept saying, this is what bothered me at first. They kept saying how the African American community were the ones who were at the highest risk of COVID. So we want to make sure they get the vaccines. But I know for a fact people in well-off communities at that time where they received access to the COVID vaccine. So in my mind, I'm like, well, what the hell is really going on? Are you sending the other neighborhoods the good stuff and then what you putting in our batches?
To be honest with you, I really feel like that push for African Americans is like a manipulative tactic that you have to use for African Americans. I feel like with Black people, you have to say something is scarce in order for us to really take it serious. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying that. But, like, I think that that's true. I think that they would have just been like, look, the vaccine's here for everybody and everybody's catching it the same way. I don't think we would have had such a large turnout of Black people, specifically because of the history of the country when it comes to injections and stuff like that. So I'm not blaming for it, but I just think that people are kind of putting it out there a little bit like, hey, we might not have a lot of tests or whatever. I mean, vaccination shots or whatever, but we want to do what we can for this community. I do think that kind of pushes people a little bit more versus just being like, hey, come get this shot. Like, you got to give us do stuff like this.
Yeah, no, you definitely have to. And it's sad. And like I feel like this time is a little different than people who are all for, like, I mean, depending on if you have some medical issues going on, and I'm still not comfortable with the idea of like kids under a certain age getting it just yet. Like, if I had kids, I don't know if I would subject them to it just yet. But for me as an adult and a free thinking adult, I just don't understand now why people still are. I feel like it's kind of an excuse to use that narrative at this point, because at the end of the day, Like, this is a world issue. It has nothing to do with politics. It's a world issue. And if you just look from country to country, it's affecting people in the same way. Like, so Black people, for us, I think this is one time you can be like, this is not a strategy to target you to do testing on, which you're rightfully so if you feel that way.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where people, I'm on both sides of this. It's one of those things
Yeah.
feel like their freedom is being taken away. Like they didn't get
Mhm.
the opportunity to decide if they wanted to do it or not. And I
Mhm.
think that if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't. Like you shouldn't go. I don't want to force anybody to get the vaccination. If you want to do it, you should not do it. However, I think not doing it comes with consequences, and I don't want you to complain about that. Like I don't want you to talk about the fact that you can't go into restaurants and bars and movie theaters and casinos and whatnot. Just you made a decision not to do it. So be
Mhm.
like there are people who lost jobs and like quit jobs and stuff like that because of, like, don't go to the restaurant. It's okay. Like you made a decision and it's respectable of you to stand on what you believe in. Stand on it. Like continue
Yeah.
to stand on what you believe in and just don't complain about it.
I'm 100% with you there. You get the COVID, don't be scared and crying because you done got the COVID and because you chose not to get the vaccine for whatever reason. Not, I don't want to say for whatever reason, of course, medical issues, I get it.
Mhm.
And possibly because of the other things. Like, I get it. And I'm not, and like you said, we're not here to force you. And let's be clear. So, and this is another thing. E.C. McLean just brought up a point. She has family that's gotten it from the second and third time who still won't get vaccinated. And that's amazing that getting it the second and third time you've pushed through. But I personally don't want to gamble with my life. With all of these different damn variants that are just popping up each day, and this thing being able to just what do they call it? I don't want to. I know.
Mutate and spread.
Yeah. Yes, mutate and spread. The fourth time you might not be so lucky.
Yeah.
So if
But also I look at the and I agree with you 100%. But I also look at that in a situation where for me, I was vaccinated before this stuff started to happen. But like one of the things
Mhm.
now is to me it doesn't seem like the CDC was really knowledgeable about what they're saying, and like
Yes.
when I hear them say certain things or whatever, changing certain protocols, it doesn't lead me to be like they don't know what they're talking about. I'm not going to do this. It leads me to be more like yeah, they're trying to continue on with making sure the world is open, but they're not being concerned about you, and I want to be concerned about me. Because at this point,
Yep.
I think they gave us that, where they're like, we're concerned about you, we want you to get this vaccination, so forth and so on. They've even tried to force you to do it, and I think at this point, it's kind of like you're on your own. And I
Yeah.
want to be protected if I'm on my own, and that's just kind of how I look at it.
Thank you. And you were hit the nail on the head, Dex, when you said they're more. It's like somebody has the powers that be got to the CDC and said, "Listen, this is the narrative I need you to run with." And it was very clear for what they said, the stipulations. If you got COVID and you're not seeing any symptoms, you're asymptomatic and just chill for 5 days and you're good. Like then you can go back out. But if it's still in your system, isn't it still possible for you to pass it along? And this is, like you said, it's just very frustrating that it's playing out and we all clearly see it. Only thing they really care about is business as usual.
Mhm.
It's like F your life. So like you said, that you really do have to do what is best for you. Just common knowledge, just think of someone. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see how someone, we have past experiences of seeing how viruses and certain diseases work. Just kind of use that as your gauge. Don't eat up everything the press and the media are telling you because you will go stir crazy. You have the basics of how to navigate this thing and just try to be as responsible as possible. And I don't want to disregard one of our faves, Mr. X, I'm always get special when I say his name. This is our DJ from the Apollo. I saw you on here, baby. He said he knew two people who got vaccinated. And then I think he said, 1 or 2 days later, they passed. And that is so unfortunate. And I feel like I really don't know, but I know from listening to the CDC early on when the vaccine was coming out, and they did say a lot of those people, like those cases, a lot of times they've already had it in their system. And by the time they get the vaccine, it's kind of just in it. Who knows how long they've had it? If you've never been even tested for it, you're just going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in your system, and who knows what damage. So by the time unfortunately, you did get the vaccine, it didn't help. And it actually brought me back to that one story, which was so sad. This Hispanic family, and I don't know where, I want to say they were out west somewhere. And they had finally got comfortable with making the decision to get, I want to say their teenage daughter vaccinated. And she got Rona and passed away before she could even get down to get her appointment done. So it's really sad. But at the end of the day, everybody, y'all just got to do what's best for you. Booth Buffester said the CDC out here acting like this is high school substitute teachers that don't care. Exactly. Oh, was that a triggering moment?
I don't know if I'm to talk about it yet. yeah. I just leave it alone for now. I just will say this though. Like I think that we need to really rally behind educators. So we really need to like pray for these people. Like it can be it's a lot going on in the school systems across the country, in Philadelphia specifically here too. It's a lot going on. And I really think that if we want to see our children have any type of future when it comes to education, we got to get behind these people. Like severely get behind these people and start supporting them and like showing that they're appreciated, because it is, yeah.
I'm gonna just say about playing. Y'all keep fucking around. Y'all ain't gonna have no teachers next year, okay? Y'all kids, especially the ones who don't care about, they just want the kids out the house. No, the kids gonna be in the house because there ain't gonna be nobody at these schools to teach these babies. And then the COVID thing, a lot of that has to do with it too.
I mean,
so many schools.
People will be in the schools, but probably not somebody that you want teaching your kids.
Do you think this is more of a correlation? Because let's be clear, public school systems have been shitty for years. Mm-hmm. Do you think that COVID has escalated this?
I think COVID has exposed it.
So why do you think so many of the numbers of teachers like saying, I'm out of here?
Because COVID exposed it. Like it's one thing to have like this idea of something. Like for instance, in this country, like not even just in the education system, just across the country, there's like a great resignation that's currently happening, and people are quitting their jobs left and right. And like the BS that they're leaving, it's not new. Like it's been there. It's always kind of been there. But I think that a lot of us have seen that like there is grass on the other side of this. And it's like, I see that there are people who I've never even met in my life that are on the same page that I'm on. And we always make jokes, like everybody hates their job, this, that, and the third. But now it's getting to a point where it's just like, it's not even hate. It's just, I want better for myself or whatever. And people are leaving their jobs left and right. And I think the education system is in that same boat as them, because people are seeing how things are going. And they're like, I want no parts of this. All of us are capable of getting jobs outside of where we are. Every single person is capable of getting a job outside of where they are. And honestly, the way things are going with COVID and stuff like that, it's 90% is going to be a better job than what you currently have. Employers, like you really got to like start like appreciating the people that you have.
Hello.
Because people don't have to be there. And they're showing that in droves that they do not have to be there. Like before, I think I've said it in a job before, afraid that I would get fired. And now, like, I don't do that. Now I'm really like, that's what happens. That's what happens. There's so many opportunities out there. So,
yeah. And there are, and just hope but you just want to be aware of so many opportunities. And that's great that there are opportunities. But at the end of the day, these businesses, y'all need to start fixing the core issue of how you run your business. Like, because even if their jobs are available, if employees are going to the same extent, they got to deal with the same bullshit. Why would I
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go to the next one where I can find something else. But on top of that, actually, people, and like you're right, I think COVID has exposed more of it because people were leaving the traditional job market prior to COVID. I know a few people who were just like, I mean, with all the other options and the hustle and the legal hustles that you can make money out here, like people have been piecing together a trek between the door dashing, all the other stuff out there. And I've heard some people was like, I make actually more money than I did on my traditional 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
And I don't have all the headaches that I had with them. So yeah, it might not be the traditional 9 to 5. You might have to put in a bit more hours to do the work. But for peace of mind, I think a lot of people, that will be a fair trade for them because like the job market, y'all got to start doing something. And I sent you guys something in our group chat earlier. And this is another thing that kind of gets to me with people. And I understand why people do it. So the girl, everybody's doing their virtual work meetings. And I guess a girl on the job at the moment decided that she was going to quit her job. So she didn't record it, but I guess another employee, you know how we do. Oh, shit, get the phone. So another employee decided to record it, and I guess they uploaded it. And basically what the girl said, and I think it might have been a minute video, but we somewhat got the reasoning for the girl leaving. So she basically said that I guess she had COVID. The job there acted like they didn't care she had COVID. Instead of calling her, they sent her an email knowing that I'm sick and I'm probably not checking work emails because I have COVID, I told y'all. So I guess they tried to do that, make you feel bad and why weren't you here barking on her? You're not going to do that. Sis got on that call. She was not disrespectful in any way, shape, or form. She just let everybody know what had happened, and I really don't care anymore because I'm leaving. I'm just letting y'all know. And the rest of y'all probably miserable there too. Because she knew she wasn't the only one. So it's time for people to start taking the power back. But I think what bothered me in the comments more is so many people were like, you don't want to burn any bridges. And I don't know if that was the best way to do it. Stop projecting on these people. Stop doing that. If they felt as though that was their way of doing it, okay, it might not be your way, but I look at it like if I'm going to burn this bridge, I'm going to do more than burn it. I'm going to blow it the hell up because I know 9 times out of 10, I'm never coming back to this industry. And people always say, that's what they say, because you never know where you're going to be. I know that ain't it. You never know who I'm going to work with. Well, if it is them, I'm not going to do it in a disrespectful way, but I just put your ass on notice.
No, I'm one of those don't burn your bridges kind of person, but I also that's for me. Like when I saw the video, like I'm like, well, obviously I wouldn't do that, but if she thought it was the appropriate measure for her, then who are me to? Okay, like that's nothing to do with me. Like that's
And Entertain Me said the same thing. You can tell it's a very old way of thinking, the worker bee thing, and. But I feel like the worker bee was like that. It made sense for it to be like that because at a time, jobs really did care about their employees. They cared about your livelihood. They cared about your retirement plan. They somewhat you would retire. Oh, get your gold watch. You're going to get something. Now, at a lot of these jobs, they just want to work you to death and don't care clearly.
I think in her EC McLean 40 just said what people don't understand is that even when you're nice, you're still pissing someone off. I agree with it. I mean, the last job that I quit, I gave them, well, not the last job, but the job before that I gave them 4 to 5 weeks. It was quite. I gave them. And it was kind of like, I mean, I didn't burn the bridges or whatever, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, and we've talked since then or whatever, but it wasn't appreciated. Like, to be honest with you, if you can give these people 2 weeks or whatever you can give them, that's what you do, and you move on with yourself. Like, you don't owe anybody anything.
A thing.
And even if you do on bad terms with people, if there's a reference that's called, I've heard that the people can't say bad things about you. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Even if there's a reference call, like they can really only talk about your work. What are they going to say? They quit in a bad way. But like when you talk about their work performances, if a person works somewhere for 10 years and you're like, well,
Mhm.
in a bad way. Okay, but you had them here for 10 years. So they have to be doing something right.
Thank you. And here's the thing, especially the industry you're in, these people talk all the time. And if you're good at what you're doing, a headhunter ain't a career for a damn reason. Like if you are good at what you do and you put everything into it, and these people that you built these relationships with, and they hear that you about to leave, oh hell no. They're like, well, what's going on? What had happened, Buzz? So like I just wish people would get out of that. The few, I think a lot of, honestly, I don't think Gen Z?
Yeah, they don't work.
But some of them do because they are grown. But I think they might be the generation to really like change that narrative of just work yourself to death so you have barely anything to show for it. Because guess what about these jobs? If they leave, you better be lucky if you get a severance package.
Yeah, but those ones are different though. I feel like us, like our generation, we're the type that's like, you better make sure you have coverage when I go on vacation. Like that's the furthest we kind of take it.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not coming to work today. I dare you to fire me. And it's like, you were dead wrong. I'm going to have to fire you. Like, that's kind of how this, like, they're a very different breed of people. Like, I feel like we try it, but they think that they're kind of owed something. Way more.
I see. Okay, so this is where we're going to differ from that. So I don't think that they think that they're owed anything. I think they have seen the bullshit. They've seen it. Some of them have been introduced to it.
Do it. They seen it. When, like you can't have seen something that you didn't experience. Like these people are like, my mom go through this. I've seen my big brother, big sister go through this. But you didn't. And there's nothing that says that like you're going to go through this. They really be like, I'm not putting up with it. And it's just like, putting up with what? Nothing happened. Like what are you talking about?
I don't want to put this all on Gen Zers though either, Dex, because I know people back in the day. Damn it, you don't care about developing no kind of job history, do you? Because they
Look, my niece, who I love, my niece is a Gen Zer, and she was working. She had a job. She was working or whatever, and then it wasn't her fault, but they like let her go, and I think it was something with school hours or something like that, right? He's like, so should I go and get unemployment? I'm like, no, you're 16 years old. You should. No. That's not how.
Get your unemployment. You done paid your taxes. I don't know how much unemployment you going to get, but you got to be fired. You can't quit your job. Gen Zers, unemployment doesn't pay out if you quit your job. Okay?
I'm with you.
Now, I remember, I'll never forget this one guy I met. I was young, so he probably was a little bit older than me. He tried to talk to me. And he could tell he had his Domino's outfit on. And I said, oh, you work at Domino's? He was like, yeah, but I'm trying to get them to fire me.
Oh, no, speaking of fired, though, and I hate doing this, but I just want to spend a little bit of time on this because this is...
Real quick, I'm sorry. If E.C. McLean, she said, have you seen them people with a 3-page resume? Let a 3-page resume come across my office desk. I'm out. Nope, sorry. Why? Go ahead.
So I review resumes for a living now.
Okay.
And it's pretty common with these 3-4 page resumes. Like, I'm like, the thing is though, some of the stuff they put on the resume, it's like, damn, not only do you not have work history, you don't got nothing going on. You really beefed this resume up. Look, you can get all the key points into 1 page. Believe me, you can.
Yeah. It should never go past, like every now and again, I think my resume, it might be 1 page, but before that, it wasn't even a page and a half. It was like a page and like a little quarter of it. And even at that quarter, I'm like, because you're always supposed to tailor your resume to the job that you're going for. So even when I would have that quarter, I'm like obsessing over it. Like, it's a quarter, somebody gonna pass over my shit because it's too much to read.
I had a company redo my resume recently. And like I'm telling you, they redid my resume, and the people start calling too. So I'm like, but it's 2 pages though. My resume is 2 pages.
So it's not that bad.
For you, like that was hard for me though. Like, cause I'm school of 1 page, and if it goes over. You guys start deleting lines out of there to make sure
Mhm.
whatever to make it fit to one page. So
Like maybe, I mean, it depends on the amount of work experience that you have. And again, tailoring it to the job you're going for. If it is 2 pages, okay, but you hope the employer, and like you said, the calls have been coming in. So it's 2 pages of solid, like easy, where I don't have to look at the description and be like, what the fuck do you do?
a lot of these things is based on like, you know, you're submitting them through computer systems. So like
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, it's not even really a physical person reading it. It's like a computer that's doing it. So it's kind of like the computer does it and kind of puts you through to the next level. Then it becomes like, okay, let's talk to this.
Okay.
Let's talk. I'm trying to like swallow.
It's okay, you got caught up. Hey, Settle, Holtz, Matt. Thanks for coming to visit us, baby. Okay, go ahead, Dex. You got that sneeze out the way, sweetie.
But just with this situation, so like I and my wife and my friends and everybody around me is really big into supporting Black businesses. I think I think that like we're Black people, and I think that there's nothing wrong with supporting Black businesses.
No.
But I think Black businesses we need to start respecting Black businesses. And I don't feel like we respect them like we should. Like, I think any Black business, small shop or whatever, should be on the same level as a Banana Republic, as a Polo, as a Bath and Body, as a Victoria's Secret. And we're not putting them on that same level. And I think that that's disrespectful on our part. I think that there's no reason why a person, just because it's owned by a Black person, that they can't be treated like Victoria's Secret. And what I mean, like when you go to their sites and they have certain things up or whatever, pay what they're asking you to pay, just the same way Polo and all these other stores. But with that being said,
yes, go continue that.
On the same level. So if I order something from Banana Republic and it didn't come, I'm going to tweet about it. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to complain about it. So support Black college. I have a friend who reached out to me recently and was just like, you know, I ordered these things on Black Friday. Black Friday's in November. I ordered these things on Black Friday. I intended to give them out as Christmas gifts to people who are encouraged to go to HBCUs. So now you piss off, because now you're messing, not only are you messing with the Black business stuff, but you're also making people look at HBCU sideways. And that's a problem for me. Don't mind the Penn State shirt that I have on. I'm still you.
Never mind all that.
These were gifts that somebody purchased from Support Black College that they wanted to go to people to encourage them to go to a HBCU. Just let them.
And the company was called Support Black College.
Yes. So do you know how bad that looks when we're in the month of January and somebody's not getting the package that they ordered in November? Like, that's not.
And was there any type of communication?
The back and forth. Well, this is actually even worse. Like, they're like, you know, I reached out and I'm like, hey, I still never got my product. I still forgot my product, so forth and so on. They're sending coupon codes. Hey, this is 10% off your next order, so forth and so on.
Then you need to close your business down. That's the problem with a lot of Black businesses. I hate to say that. And I hate to, because I don't want to make it seem like it's just a Black thing, but I think with Black people, we're so caught up in, okay, let's get to the next money grab. When it comes to some business, you cannot be like that. Like, if it's not something that you really want to do and invested in, and you're just looking at it like a money grab, put it to the side, because you're, like you said, it doesn't look good. No. We are sitting here trying our best to support you. We want to talk about you. We want to tweet about you. We want to post about you in a positive way. But it's just time and time again. And you'll even see it with some of the storefronts of ours. You'll walk in. So everybody in this bitch got an attitude? Ain't nobody gonna say, hello, can I help you? Like, nothing?
Oh, like, that's what it is. It's customer service, and it's a lost art. And I agree, it's not just Black businesses. It's not even just small businesses. Customer service art. But I think that there's such an emphasis on supporting Black business. I don't hear people say support white businesses. I understand they don't need to say that. I get it. But I'm just, that's not a conversation that I hear people say. I hear people actively promoting and telling people and encouraging people to support Black businesses. if I want to get disrespected at Macy's and I'm okay with that, then that's my problem. But when I'm
Mm-hmm.
that with this business that I don't have to support, I don't have to do it. And people are
Mm-hmm.
encouraging me to do it, and I go and do it. Make sure that that support is met with great customer service. And great customer service means I'm not getting attitudes, I'm getting my products on time. It's really just that.
Yep.
The same
It
way,
was so.
the same
Go
way
ahead.
I have that expectation from Macy's, I'm gonna have that same expectation from you. And if you can't rise up to that occasion, then don't be in business.
Yeah, you can't do it. I'm sorry. Now, understand that's the problem is because I think a lot of these, especially these online businesses, they're not prepared for when their business hits. You don't, because everybody goes in and you're just like, okay, we'll start it. But when it hits, and that's a great thing that it hits, but then there comes the struggle where you can't keep up with the productivity.
Right.
And I'm all for sticking with the business and working out, like sticking with the small business with you and working out the kinks, but you need to communicate that to me. For instance, it was not this Christmas, but I don't know, sometime earlier last year, I had again supporting a black business, and I forgot the name of it, but it was like a flower pot company. Now it did take forever and a day to get it, but the reason why I did not go off and get on my dear Mr. Plant people is because they kept constant contact.
Right.
They always hit us up. Hey, we are so sorry. We know, God, thank you so much for your business. Please understand we're just experiencing delays. We will definitely get it out to you. They would give updates. If you purchased it on this date, this is when you should see your order process. So it's stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So again, if you are not going to handle your business with that type of attentiveness, then you don't need to have a business. Everybody is not meant to be a business owner. And again, with our people, we have a tendency to not really do the homework. You just want to jump in and think that all of the rewards, but you don't want to do the work to somewhat maintain the business. So we as a people just have to get better than that. And then for our black business owners, if you're taking this personal, that's because it resonates. It's something that you're doing. We're not saying this to try to rip you apart. We want you to do better. And that's why we're saying and vocalizing it. So don't get mad. You can't get mad at the people when you got 20 damn emails hitting you up about the same damn thing. It's not everybody else, it's you. So do what you need to do. If it was too much, okay, refund these people their money. We apologize. We're closing shit down because I wasn't expecting all of this and we were ill prepared. But just say that. So that's my issues with black business. Dexter, I just want to say I really enjoy doing this with you because the conversation is so effortless. If you've noticed, I have not gone down to look at my notes. Maybe every once in a blue moon I have, but haven't really used anything from it. And
well, I
go ahead.
Get into some of our topics because you know how we do. We just run these mouths. I was about to go on another tangent, but I won't.
What the people enjoy it. They keep coming back. Thank you guys. We love you.
You guys love Apple products, and one of the things that's really been taking over the headlines recently are the Apple AirTags. Now, the purpose of these tags are to be placed on your wallet, your keys, maybe even your phone, small areas that you may lose, and you know how it's like, what did I do with my wallet? What did I do with my keys? So you can look it up from your phone. Well, bad actors have been getting these AirTags and placing them specifically on women. They've been placing them on their bags, on their coat, or in their around the women or whatever. And they're so small, so they're mini tags because they're supposed to fit firmly in a place that they're not supposed to be visible.
Yeah.
But what's happening is that these people are following people to their homes or following them to their cars or whatever because they literally have a tracking device on them. So guys, just be careful. There are some warning signs that people say, your phone will kind of warn you that this is happening. It'll say unidentified tracking items is with you or something. Please pay attention to that because a lot of times we just dismiss the notifications on our phone. But they could have something put on your body that you have no idea that it's there, and someone could be tracking you. They play a story on the news about it almost every day, a different story. The last one I saw was a person, they didn't pay attention to the notifications. They got home, and then they realized this car had been sitting in front of their home. And they went out and confronted the person, which I thought was a bit extreme. But they went out and confronted the person drove away, but that AirTag was still on their car, so on their person. So just be careful. If need be, turn your Bluetooth off, because it's connected through Bluetooth. Turn the Bluetooth off for like a minute or so when you like every time you go somewhere. Just turn the Bluetooth off for a minute and then like walk around without it being on, and then you can turn it on later on and just see what kind of notifications come up. Just please be careful with that kind of stuff.
And it was so funny because when you had said the notification, the woman ignored it or didn't see it. But I was watching a story earlier today where they were saying this woman was like, I did not get a notification because they did a news like testing of it. She didn't get notified until probably 15 to 20 minutes after it had already happened, after she had been in the house already or been to her designation.
With that, it's technology too. So there's a very good chance that you purchased the item yourself and you know that it's there. So not getting a notification is not like super shocking either, because you might have done it. You literally may have purchased this to put it on your wallet so that you don't lose your wallet. So you not getting a notification, it's not shocking because you might have purchased the item yourself. But also other people are also doing this and putting it on you. Like, it's to be honest with you, like, I don't think these items were a good idea. I don't think as a society ready for the kind of technology yet. Go back to looking through the couch sofas for your keys and your
Thank you.
Because we're not ready.
Stop. We are not. Please stop. Hi, Marjan, baby. We see you. You know, whenever you show up is when the show starts.
What did Marjan say? Can you read it out loud?
So this one, Marjan said, sorry I am late. You really need to take over Wendy Williams' show, please. Well, now I said it out loud. If Wendy was scouting, she ain't going to use our black asses because you know how some of the people ain't coming after what I got. Hey.
Well, I read a story earlier today that I don't think Wendy would be worried about what we're doing or even know.
Well, because according to the story, she dead, damn near. Can y'all please stop running these stories? Like, at this point, I don't know whose team it's coming from. It could be coming from Wendy's team because we all know that thing. You got to keep them talking about you before you're forgotten about. Yeah. Wendy, I don't think anybody's going to forget about you. You have made such a lasting impression. You can never be forgotten about, Wendy. So if it is your team doing this, just throwing shit out there, please stop it, because if anything, it's annoying us. It's causing you more hindrance than help from us. It's
annoying, but it also scares me. It scares me a lot. Like, some of these stories are just like, I don't want to read this. I'm good.
Yeah, it's just sad. Took some story about the girl touching herself and getting naked in the damn office, and I don't understand it. I don't know. Maybe the powers that be are putting it out there because they don't want Wendy back. Like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, all I'm really concerned is about this woman's health. And if she's okay. I don't wish any harm, like bodily or physically harm, on somebody who is actually sick. And I guess that's why every now and again she'll do the pictures of Kevin eating in the bed and walking in the road.
I can live without that too. I can. I can. I'm okay without that. Like, I just get better. I'll leave it there.
Either get back to work or don't come.
It's getting a bit ridiculous.
Just come back or don't. Come on.
Agreed.
That's all we want to hear at this point in time, okay? Wendy, we want you back. Do you want to come back? When you're ready to come back, we're here, baby. We're going to be right here waiting and watching. Even the ones that say they can't stand Wendy, y'all going to be back watching her too.
Well,
because
I know that. We want her to be okay, but I won't be watching. I can tell you that.
I hear that. Now, some people...
Well, I was when she said there's no need for HBCUs. And that was like, no need.
She's always saying something stupid, and then people... Oh, this is going to go on a whole nother tangent. Are we just freestyling this entire show today?
We have. We have, though.
But the flow is so damn good. And
we really are going to get this together in a podcast so that it could be like a little bit less structured. We are going to do. We're just moving so slow.
And but we're changing that this year. It's a lot happening. That's okay. Somebody said, for all we know, James said, for all we know, Kevin Senior's team could be making this up. Exactly. It's too much. It's just, and if we do need Wendy to focus on your mental health and heal, but enough with the stories. It's just sad because now every time I see a Wendy story come, I don't even pay it any attention anymore because I'm like, it's kind of like COVID. Like this Wendy shit. It's kind of getting to me like all this COVID and the CDC and nobody knows what's going on. Wendy's team, y'all don't want to annoy us like the CDC and the COVID ups and down messages are doing with us. Because that way we might really be tired and out because we sick of it. Okay, so rest in peace. Since we were gone, we missed a week, a few other deaths. It was I was about to say Portia Williams. Well, she somewhat had a death, and we'll talk about it.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, but on a serious note, Bob Zaggett passed away peacefully in his sleep at 65 years old, which was a crazy shocker because from what everybody know, he was in good health, had spoken to his wife after he finished his show, and everything seemed to be good. So it'll be a while before we get the toxicology report on what happened with that. We lost a great Sidney Poitier, 94 years old. He was by the end, that's what he was just clocking out because they said it was dementia. It was like dementia. I want to say it was like 3 different ailments. I don't want to say because I know I'm not going to say it right, but I know dementia was there. Mm-hmm. So that poor man just got hit with it was just time. But rest in peace to Sidney Poitier. And then we got word this morning that Andre Leon Talley passed, 73 years old. And we still don't really have details on that yet, but I'm sure, or if we have, if we do, I don't.
I don't think
I don't.
I'm not sure for sure, but I
didn't hear an actual cause of death.
But I think it's really important just to note that we remember all of them and their talents and the strength that they gave us while they were here and the entertainment or whatever it is that they gave us, whatever. So we'll never forget. Why are you paused? What is wrong with you? I was being serious.
Because why are you doing this?
Toy, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pay your respects. What's wrong with you? She's not okay. Marjane said, I hope you and your awesome wife have kids soon. So today I was at work and I dealt with kids. What do you mean soon? Define.
When you say soon, what's Well, Dexter, I've heard people say they don't like other kids, they only like their own. So you can somewhat control your household, sweetie.
I don't think so. Some of these kids I really enjoy. This is elementary school. Some of these kids I really enjoy. Others I'm just like, okay. Wow, you really going home to somebody acting like that. Somebody killed this all night long. Wow.
This is why I couldn't be a teacher. I go ahead.
On the weekends, somebody has to deal with you. Wow, that was okay. Great kids. The kids are amazing or whatever, but they really
don't stop. Every damn kid ain't amazing. They
just really have their own personalities, and it's just it's fascinating. I will say that it's very fascinating, but some of the personalities are those of adults, and you know how you are with certain adults, and it's just wow. Okay, I really took a step back at one point. And I was like, "This is kindergarten." Okay, wow. You really this is how you act with your parents. I'm sure. Wow, okay.
And trust me, they're the same parents. If you call them, telling them you lying, and my kid don't act like that,
and I'm like, wow. You really raise your kids like that. Y'all made for each other. Y'all are really made for each other. Okay.
Well, see, that's why I say I could never be a teacher. Because I'm telling y'all, these parents won't want to fight me. A lot of y'all, I'll be the sweetest person ever. But certain shit. I'd be like, so you ain't got no home training, huh?
Well, Toya, I mean, to be clear, a lot of these parents, not the ones that I was working with, but just in general, a lot of parents across the country were protesting.
Or you might want to say across the world, don't generalize.
Like, they were protesting that. Remember when there was virtual schools? They were protesting against virtual schools. Like, I want my kids back in the building right now. They were sick of them. They were tired of them.
Get them out of here. Well, they gonna be on the rude awakening because the way these teachers ain't gonna be no more public school. They ain't got nobody in there to teach them. So y'all gonna have to either do better. Because here's the thing: we can't raise other people's kids in their own, and we can't raise other people's kids because we don't have that constant sun up, sun down influence.
Mm-hmm.
Start paying these teachers more money.
And that I do agree with. And some of the parents don't have that influence either. I'm just saying.
They don't. They definitely don't. So if y'all want to continue to send y'all kids to these schools and get them out of your hair, you need to get on the bandwagon of advocating for better pay for teachers. Because we're just in the state now, people are not putting up with these headaches. Why cut down my life expectancy to deal with this mess? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And E.C. McLean 40 said, I have had several parents yelling outside my classroom window wanting to fight me. I'm not fighting.
Oh,
look, Toya, I'm not about to fight you over no kid.
E.C. McLean, baby, we with you in this struggle. If you need backup, because you know I've been boxing now. So if Annie, that's too much. I wish. See, this is why I can't be a teacher. Pull up at my door if you want to. Yell out my window if you want to. I'm not just going to sit back. I'm going to look at you and be like, are you crazy? And because I know the response that I'm going to give you, you are going to get in your feelings, and then you're going to probably try to fight me. And what I'm supposed to just sit there, let you hit on it? You don't
Marjan said Arizona is so short on teachers that right now they're hiring people with high school degrees. Now, look, so the starting rate for a teacher is fairly, for us, like it would be like a fairly like low amount or whatever for entry level, but while I do think teachers should be paid more money, if you're coming fresh out of high school and you're making, the type of money that teachers start off with, I don't see those people. Colleges are going to start struggling then, because like, why am I going to college if I'm making an entry level salary of a person of what they make when they get out of here?
Like, I mean, you see that it kind of showing proof what the Walmart would start doing. They started paying these kids 20-something damn dollars an hour in high school, and the people who have been there forever like, well, what the hell? I'm not even at that rate yet, and all the shit that y'all put me through to get here. Listen, y'all better do something fuck better, because the world is changing and people are not here for the shits anymore. Okay? People have options. It might not be the dream of what they wanted, but people have options, and people are choosing peace of mind over this mess more and more every day.
There's no jobs out here.
Ain't nobody hiring.
Oh God, this is terrible.
Where you going?
Toya left.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate this show. I hate us. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, but our audience knows it's a lot of. We try to somewhat include you guys, have fun with it, but yeah. Okay. So rest in peace to our peeps. Do I want to get? We're almost at an hour already. Let me see. Do we want to get into politics really quick? I guess it makes sense because we somewhat talked about COVID. I know. Yeah, I kind of.
Okay. Well, if you want to, we can. We can.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. This is the choice. We can get into politics. Let me see what else I got. We can talk about lighten it up. We can do Kanye. We can talk about Portia Williams. Oh, this is I gotta mention this real quick, and we'll decide if we want to get into politics. So yeah, so we've already hit an hour. We ain't gonna go too long, but maybe we will keep. Do you want to do politics or not? You want to save it for next week?
We can do it. It's fine. What you were talking about? Joe Biden saying that George Floyd's murder had more cultural impact or economic impact or whatever than Martin Luther King's assassination. That's the only thing I saw happen in politics. He did say that.
He did a little address today too.
Oh.
I couldn't really tell you what.
He said something about like Russia and their airstrikes. If they were to do something, he's going to retaliate.
I don't even, honestly, it's to this point, and I know this is my confession, and I know it's wrong. Now, when I hear Joe talk, I block it out.
Okay.
Like, I don't, it's like I can't even take in the information.
Really? No. Like for me, when I hear Joe Biden speak, like I'm like, this is the president of the United States. Like I'm all ears. I want to hear it. I got to make sure like I'm respecting and appreciating my president.
Shut up.
Around this time is really when the inauguration happened. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, that's what the address was for. That. It's been a year since Papa Joe has been in office. Him and Kamala and the Chucks and the Pearls.
Jobs. He's brought him so many jobs. Like you can't go anywhere without seeing a now hiring sign. He's sending out COVID tests. Like Joe is really doing some things that I don't think we've ever seen done before. I think he is on a different level of presidency, for sure. And I am.
And what level is that?
Like superior. Like he's amazing. He's the president.
Superior, meaning the bar is hell.
Well, I mean, I don't know what people measure, but I just know Joe Biden is our president, and we have to respect it. Like, don't. I don't really have.
I just want to say this.
I don't have
both of this just where we are. Both of the administrations ain't worth the toilet paper. Well, no, toilet paper, especially how y'all was acting over COVID first breakout. So now toilet paper got some good value to it. Both of the administrations ain't shit, and I'm just going to leave it right then and there. Like Joe is better than Trump. I would rather have Joe, and I've said this from day one. I would rather have Joe Biden in office than Trump.
Yeah.
But I'm not fucking happy about it, and I'm still not happy about it.
No.
Just shut up.
No, because I remember this time last year when I felt like I was saying some things, and people were telling me, they were actually telling me to shut up. When I was
wait, where's your voice? Who said that?
Yeah, when I was saying negative things about Joe, like people were telling me I'm crazy and stuff. I'm on y'all side now. I'm saying what y'all are saying. I ordered my pearls and my Chucks today. They're coming in the mail. When they coming? No, I thought I would have them before today. I wanted to have my pearls and the Chucks for the 1 year anniversary of the inauguration, but yeah.
I mean, probably you ordered it from that black business.
Well,
that was me.
Maybe that's why I'm still waiting on him. Support Joe Biden.
And you got to, because Joe Biden told y'all, if you ain't supporting me, you ain't black.
Come on. And then we went out and voted for him after that. It's.
And then he said with them student loans.
No,
I'm giving you none.
I really want y'all to stop talking about the student loans, though, because Joe Biden on the campaign trail said that he would get rid of $10,000.
Well, where is it?
And y'all, because y'all were doing too much. Because then y'all start screaming and yelling about completely getting rid of student loans. Like y'all were making plans about the businesses that y'all going to open up, how much your credit's going to increase, how much money.
The business with the PPP loan money that Joe gave him.
Well, Trump gave that.
Yeah, you're right.
But look, y'all made plans. Joe ain't trick you. Stacey Larice Wilson, he didn't trick you.
Stacey, come on now. We can't say Joe. Stacey?
Joe
Biden ain't tricked no damn Biden. Nobody. Joe Biden been Joe Biden from day one.
Instagram tricked you. Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, like they made you think that Joe Biden was going to erase your student loans, which he never said he was going to do.
And he never ran on that.
Y'all started, I'm telling you, y'all made plans. I saw y'all business plans. Y'all had good business plans too. I saw y'all start putting plans to. I was gonna get a loan because the credit was gonna increase. You got all this extra money, and then Joe was like, "I'm not getting rid of nothing." Then y'all got upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset because like he tried. He really did try. But I mean, he tried.
Where the $10,000? Joe, stop saying shit that you can't do. You told us that the gas rates was going to go down because I'm going to release the reserve. Joe, you said that. Now, no, whether you could make it happen or not, why are you saying these things that can't happen? And there was something recently he just said too, where it's like, you don't control this. Why are you saying you can do this when you clearly cannot?
I think this is kind of a your problem kind of thing too, LaToya, and I think that you need to look deeper though, because like I don't have an issue with the gas prices. There's no, to me, the gas prices are reasonable. When I go to the pump, put $20 in my, I put $20 in my car and I drive it until I don't have any more gas in there. Like that's just what it is. I don't know how much gas is. I don't look at the.
So you should drive till you run out of gas. Yeah. So what's your tow fees like? You just leave the car and get another one? Like, you got disposable income, sweetie. Go ahead.
I'm responsible for myself. When I see my bar go to the last bar, I'm like, I got to go put $20 in again. Like, that's just what I'm going to do. Like, that's just what it is.
You spend more money that way, though, Dexter.
Well, Toya, like, I mean, what you want me to do? Marjan.
Storm the I think this is how we should storm the Capitol this time. Everybody just pull up to the front door in y'all cars and say, Joe, where the gas at? Joe, where the better gas prices, Joe?
I don't get why y'all upset. And now people are saying that they're not crazy about our vice president. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe people were saying that. And
why they not crazy about pearls? Chucks and pearls?
I couldn't. To me, like, I just feel like she's done.
So my James said he just paid $40 to fill up his itty bitty car.
You should be thankful that you were able to do that. Like, thank you that you were able to even put gas in the car. Like, you know.
Is this a ploy because they want us to all go to electric cars? Are they y'all gonna give us a stipend to buy an electric car? What's going on?
No.
Joe, can you give us that?
No, they can't do that because with inflation now, the car, you're paying twice the amount. I saw on Good Morning America the other day that it's cars are marked up 40% more now because of inflation and because they can't get stuff shipped over here. I mean, I can't blame the president for that. It's not really, it's not his fault, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm pro-president. I'm like y'all last year. I'm going to do what y'all did to me last year. So I don't want to hear nothing about the vice president. I don't want to hear nothing about these gas prices. I don't want to hear nothing about because y'all didn't want to hear it last year when I said it. So I don't want to hear it now. Deal with it.
So basically what you're saying, when you're stressed out and you were on the campaign trail, damn near like canvassing for them. So when you're feeling stressed out, just look at those chucks and pearls and everything's going to be okay.
Then you buy them chucks and pearls and you were so excited. You stormed outside City Hall and you was running outside during COVID with no mask. You were that excited about Joe Biden. What happened? Get back to it. Get excited about Joe Biden again. I don't want to hear it. Definitely don't say
When they asked him about them student loans, he said, nope.
I love it. Marjan said she will die before she votes for a Republican. And you know what? I think the same thing applies to me, but I think I'll die before I vote for anybody. It's over. I don't want
to say I'm going to die because it ain't. I don't want to die, but right now I just don't have any. I have like the faith of a mustard seed, half of a mustard seed in our democratic system right now. There just needs to be a full-on, not a restructuring or something, because neither one of y'all can get it right.
You don't think it was restructuring?
Like, none of you.
Donald Trump got in there. Not saying he was right or whatever, but I think if restructuring is possible, because he restructured it. Like on a different level. Definitely
restructured it straight to hell on the front of a damn civil war.
I'm just saying he changed it. And then Joe got in there and y'all were so excited about it. And now I'm excited about it. We're on the same page. Just throw him a party. Get it out.
Yeah. We're gonna run down to Washington, give him a little cake.
Ooh.
What? Washington right now. He might be in Delaware, so it's quick, fast.
And now y'all mad at Joe Biden. Now this is ridiculous too. They were saying Joe Biden spent so much time in Delaware.
So much time.
It's a problem that the man spends time at the place where he was born, where his house is at. Like, y'all upset about that? And the rest of us,
well, I feel like they got to keep it even kilter, Dex, because they brought the same energy when Trump was on the golf course.
Well, Toya, like, the thing is, the rest of the country is pretty much working from home. So why can't the president work from home?
You're right. You're right. Y'all doing it. Y'all virtual. What's the problem? And they know where I live. They know where I'm at if they need me.
Yeah, just text me. And so just to let you guys know,
shoot me a text.
Every week when LaToya brings up Joe Biden, this is the energy that I have for you guys. I heart Joe Biden. That's
you. It seemed like it was a bit difficult for you to get that heart out.
I was trying to draw it. Like, not even doing it.
We just want our politicians to do better. Can you just do what you say you're going to do and make sure you can actually do the things that you're going to say that you can do before you just throw it out there? I'm sick of it. It's got to change.
Well, I don't know why y'all thought y'all putting somebody who was 80 years old in office. That's all. I'm telling you, this is y'all fault, and I want y'all to.
It's your fault too because you voted for
bullied into voting.
Listen, you are alone. I wasn't bullied, but did I want to vote? I had no choice.
Well, now going forward, I have a choice, and it's no. I'm not.
But honestly, I really hope politicians are paying attention to this.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily us, but just a sign of the times.
Yeah.
People are sick of the shit. If you don't change it, we might be in the same space.
Like this right here, this mindset, this flawed mindset that you have, this is why this is why you're in the issue, the issue that you're in right now with Joe Biden. You're like, if you politicians don't look at us turning our backs on Joe Biden and think that you can't just, you got to change, you got to get it together, whatever. That's what you think that they're thinking. Like, oh my God, I cannot present myself like this. I have to change. I cannot be a BS artist. That's what you're thinking. No, these people are saying that these people are they're pissed off at Joe Biden. He told us all this stuff that he's not going to do and so forth and so on. I mean, that he's going to do, and none of this stuff is happening, and people are upset with him, rightfully so, upset with him. But if he ran right now, again, they would still vote for him. Like, it's not one of those things where, like, I'm not doing this for you anymore. Like, but like, we have next on Joe Biden, we're still defending everything. Oh, wait.
So what's defending? Like, stop doing this.
It's like, let me stop. Let me pull it back. Because you turning me back to how I was last year. And I ain't going there with y'all. I'm not going to complain about him. If he runs again, I won't be voting. But I think that y'all should vote for him again. Because especially if y'all black. If you black and you want to remain black, you better vote for Joe Biden. And sure, death didn't have any impact on the country or whatever. Okay, like, it's fine. Like, that's his opinion. Why y'all make
overall, all these complaints, I don't know what's going to fix it. All of these complaints, people just got to start getting involved more. Like, it's more than just a Joe Biden issue. Look at these two figureheads that we have given full control to run our country and do what's best for our benefit. Even if I don't agree, because I don't have to agree with every decision made. I just need to know that you are at least deciding and trying to do what's best for the country and the citizens. You're going to be sorry when people start, well, I ain't going to say everybody, because some people will just sit, like I'm relating it to the jobs. Some people just sit in it and you don't know, don't say nothing because you ain't know where you're going to go. I'll leave this motherfucker country quick fast, okay? Or you ain't said nothing but a word.
The thing is also, like, we lived through Donald Trump, and we know what it was. We know how it deal with it. I mean, if we have to do it again, we got to do it again.
Wait, do what?
Live through Trump again. Like, we've done it before. Bacon at Costco's was $18. Now, I'm not really sure, and I don't, look, at the end of the day, okay, it's $18. You're stimulating the economy. What's the issue?
So should they do your method? Just go on and steal the bacon next time?
Well, I mean, I don't know why you paying. I wouldn't be paying $18 for it, but I'll still
Put it in your purse and go.
What?
And tell them when they come and get you, when they come and get you,
I mean,
you tell them, I ain't have no money for it, but I'm waiting on Joe Biden and them because they said the prices were going to go down.
yeah.
And that's what he told me. But the price is still up. So being I don't got the money I was expecting to pay the $5, not the 10. But y'all wouldn't accept that. So I just took the bacon, put it in the purse, and kept it moving.
And at Costco's, they don't give you no. You got to pay for bags and boxes and stuff like this. So you're definitely putting it in your purse. you definitely. You put bacon in the purse. It's terrible. Oh boy.
That's what you'll be saying in court. It's terrible, Yana.
It's terrible. You think I wanted to put this bacon in my purse? Marjan said, eat something else. Now, let me tell you, the other day I was in a grocery store and I saw ground beef and it was $7 for a small pack. And no lie, it was $7. And I said, I'm going to eat something else. That's what I said.
I might be going to hold you, and I don't know why I spent it, but I needed the damn chicken breast. 2 chicken breasts. Organic, but 2. $11.
You better eat something.
Boneless, skinless chicken breast. 2. $11.
See, but I'm sorry, I can't side with you on this one because I think that Toya, it's 2022. Like, you could just go pick your own chicken and pluck it.
Why don't you have your urban farm?
Yeah.
Didn't Joe you get some tax credits for that? That's the problem. Y'all worry about the money, but Joe done gave y'all credits for stuff, and y'all not exhausting y'all options. That's the issue.
Joe really did say you don't have to pay your student loans until like March. So what are you doing with all that extra money that you're not doing on your student loans? You should be plucking your own chickens. That's what you should.
Getting your own cornfields together, harvesting.
Yeah, at your apartment. Yeah, that's what you should be doing. Stop depending on the government. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Let me stop. People get mad at me.
I mean, it's just, listen, at least we're just at a state, because if you don't laugh at it, it will drive you crazy, and you will get just a lot of people will get upset about it. So I feel like we're just here to provide humor. We all know we are in a crappy, effed up situation. We're going to pray for the best, but we can't sit here and just not acknowledge it and not mention it when everybody around the country is damn near experiencing the same damn thing.
Yeah, but
come on.
But you do, Toya, don't be like Joe. Be careful with your words, because you said it'll drive you crazy. People are paying for gas. They can't really drive too far.
I can't go. And a lot of people have health insurance, so I can't afford the ambulance.
You better get to walking or rolling.
How do we get there?
Roll to the hospital. Look, I put enough gas in the car to get me from point A to point B. Ain't no hospital trip in there. I can't afford that. Now I'm being ridiculous.
This is a great show. I think we're just going to end it. I just love that we went from 6:11 to 7:30, and the majority of this was freestyle. Dexter, if this does not show Wendy Williams and the powers that be that we are meant for this, I don't know what the fuck will. So,
well, at the end of the day, I just want to make it very clear, just in case anybody didn't catch it.
Yes, go the stipulation, the disclaimer, go.
I heart Joe Biden, and that's all I got to say. We are, and EC McLean 40, we are going to do a podcast, and then since we're closing out, the podcast is coming. We're definitely going to get it done, and I think that's all I got.
It's happening because we're going to get together If not this week, next week only. I would definitely say this week and like Saturday,
Yeah.
but I'm getting my booster and I don't know how it's going to affect the chick. So I want to just kind of keep that date open and don't be doing it.
No. We're gonna meet up on Saturday then. We have to meet Saturday then. Because when
Why?
I got my shot, I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. My first shot, I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I went to
Uh-huh.
go home and lay down. You're like, no, meet me at the spot, meet me here. That's what you did.
What?
When we went to Bud and Maryland's, when I got my shot, you're like, meet me right here. We went to Bud and Maryland's. You had me drinking right after I got
You love
my
you love
cruise.
saucing some shit, my nigga. You stood out in that line for 8 motherfucking hours all morning. I was already in the city at my chiropractic appointment, Quest Chiropractic. Hey, Dr. Brian, I saw him pop on earlier. So, and I said, Dexter, since you're out in the city, I'm out in the city. You want to just link for lunch? Here go your fat ass. Yeah, I'm coming out here. Where we gonna eat?
I said eat. I didn't say drink. A pouch, the little pouch.
So I made you look at the pouch and say, I want one?
Yeah, because like, yes. Like, yeah, absolutely.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, that same outing, did you not take a picture of my meal and post it on social media as yours?
Would I have a hamburger? I had something basic, chicken fingers or something. You had a real food, a real meal.
You are sick. This is why we love you, Dex. And on that note, I just love the way the natural vibe of the show today. I don't know why I'm stuck on it, but I liked it. I really did. It goes to show that if we ever got in a pickle where we couldn't like have time to really show prep, we got this. We're gonna do it.
Yeah. Sure.
Let's get it. Especially on those light news days, especially when this turns into our everyday life. We got this. Come on, because we both simple as shit. Let's go. We gonna have fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much for devoting your time to us. It just means so much. And I think the fact that there are so many other options out there. So many.
Not no good.
Everybody mama got a show. Everybody and their mama. So the fact that y'all show up, y'all must have some of the alerts on, and y'all, we're just appreciative. Thank you. We notice it and we see you, and just what did we used to know say, Dex? My following might not be a lot.
Wait, I don't know who said it, so I don't know. I don't remember. I don't have a large following, but the that I do have, they are very engaged. Yeah, never mind. Because that person probably actually did not watch because they
Definitely not. One post. Well, let me see. Post been up for 3 hours. 1 like, no comments. Take it down.
Oh,
And you said you want to be in what media? Take it down.
what is wrong with you? What? Good night, guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Next week will definitely be Monday.
Monday, yes. And then after the football season, which I was kind of like, should we, my mouth. I'm trying to get better with it, but I guess we'll go back to Sundays because I felt Sundays just worked for us. We didn't have to because when that work week start, y'all know how the shit get.
With my new lifestyle, I can do it.
Yeah.
I want.
Okay, sweetie. All right, everybody, have a beautiful night. Thank you so much for joining, commenting, just having fun and being dumb with us. Love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye. And YouTubers, thank y'all for pulling up and being supportive. I see those numbers going up. We mess with y'all heavy. Bye.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You want to say
No, I
something?
just said Marjan said, "Did we hear about Cardi B suing a YouTuber?" I didn't hear about that, but I do know. I did see that she was contemplating getting her child's name tattooed on her face. So much love and respect to Miss Cardi B.
On her face?
Yeah.
Not just, oh, well, peace out.